Firefighting Heroes by Kate Sinclair. Essential question: how do teams work together? Introduction. Long ago, people used fire to live. They used it to cook and keep warm. But accidental fires were dangerous. Early settlers usually made their homes from wood. There was no running water to put out fires. There were no fire departments. A fire could quickly destroy a town or city. In 1666, there was a big fire in London, England. The fire burned for 3 days. Many houses burned down. Many people died. The fire started as a small fire in a shop. It was a windy day. The wind moved the fire quickly across the city. People knew they had to work together to protect themselves. Chapter 1, United We Stand. Fire was a problem for the first settlers in America. In 1608, a fire raced through Jamestown in Virginia. It destroyed most houses in the colony. There were also 2 harmful fires in Boston in 1653 and 1676. The settlers knew they had to respond quickly to fires. They formed firefighting teams of volunteers. Their purpose was to prevent and fight fires. In the 1600s, buckets of water were kept outside each house at night. If there was a fire, volunteers used long poles to collect the buckets. Then they raced to the fire with water. William Penn started the city of Philadelphia in 1682. He tried to prevent fire when he planned the city. People had to clean their chimneys often. Many buildings were built from brick, not wood. Ben Franklin was one of the people who helped start America. He set up a volunteer firefighting group in Philadelphia. Franklin started a fire brigade called the Union Fire Company. It had 30 volunteers. These volunteers were heroes in their community. The first woman volunteer firefighter was Molly Williams. She was an African American. She fought fires wearing a dress and an apron. Marina Betts was another volunteer. She threw water at men who wouldn't help fight fires. Working together was important for the volunteer firefighters. The volunteers made a line. They passed buckets of water from one person to another. They could reach the fire more quickly. Firefighters use modern equipment today. Fewer volunteers are needed, but the job of a volunteer firefighter is just as important. Firefighters still need to work as a team. Chapter 2, Firefighters at Work. Today there are thousands of fire departments across the United States. More than 800,000 volunteers help run them. Volunteers have a sense of civic duty. They want to help their community. Firefighters work in teams. Firefighters learn different jobs. They learn to drive the fire truck. They learn to set up the hoses and ladders. They learn to go into a burning building safely. Volunteer firefighters do other work too. They help during natural disasters, car accidents, and medical emergencies. Volunteer firefighters need training. They learn about fire safety. They have to pass a physical test. Firefighters have to crawl on their hands and knees through small spaces. They have to move ladders. They have to drag heavy hoses and carry them on stairs. They also must be able to carry an adult through a doorway. On a day's work. Read about this firefighter's day. The alarm is ringing. Our house is on fire. We run to the fire truck. When we get to the fire, it is hard to control. We wear protective gear and breathing equipment. My job is to control the hose. Anne takes care of the ladders. We get everyone out of the house. Amanda's finding it hard to breathe. Peter, our first aid officer, takes care of him. Our new equipment helps make sure the fire is out. We are all tired, but everyone is safe. Chapter 3, Safety in the House. Firefighters teach people about fire prevention and fire safety. Do you know what to do if there's a fire at your home? Escape. Talk to your family about the best ways to get out of the house. Choose a place away from the house to meet. Choose someone to count people to make sure everyone is out of the house. Call the fire department as soon as you can. Go outside first. High-rise buildings. Make sure you know where each exit is if you live in a tall building. When you get outside, stay out. Tell the fire department if you think anyone is still inside. Smoke alarms. A working smoke alarm can tell you there is a fire. Make sure your home has smoke alarms. Change the batteries every 6 months. Conclusion. People have known for a long time that teamwork helps protect the community from fires. Today, many people have busy lives. It can be hard to find time to volunteer for services such as firefighting. Even so, the work of volunteer firefighters is still very important.